Hey everybody, welcome back to the Council of Reads here at the comic shop in Liverpool. I'm Dylan, here with Jason.
G'day.
Nitin.
What's up?
Follow me.
Hey.
Dave!
Take two.
Dylan, what's up? What are you yelling for?
He cleaned your car this week, Dave.
Any ladies out there interested, let Dave know.
Yep.
Let's move on.
Oh, no, I was cleaning it. Well,
Here we go.
no, I got it cleaned by him. I paid for it.
Oh, so you didn't do shit?
Hang on.
No, but the girl was like, oh, it's so dirty. It hasn't been cleaned for a while. And it's like, I don't remember the last time I cleaned it. It must have been like 2 years or something. And he's like, oh, yeah, clean. Oh, it's been a long time. And I try to spin some bullcrap. It's like, oh, I've been overseas or whatever. Which I have, so I'm not technically
3
lying.
times.
Maybe like, I haven't cleaned.
That's why I'm bringing it to you.
Yes.
But it's like, oh, it must be at least 3-4 months that you haven't watched. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't need your commentary, mate. Just clean my car.
You know the reason I'm here, don't you, champion? Like,
His money.
if it's clean, I ain't going to bring it to you.
Yeah.
And I do it when I want, because it's my car. Interesting. I'd definitely go back there again, Dave.
Our featured comics this week. Superman, issue
Excellent.
1.
Very good start.
And Local Man,
Welcome.
a little bit more
Also excellent. Flip book.
modest.
Woo.
Whoa.
Okay, we also have nothing to talk about. Ultimate Invasion was announced. Hickman's new book. With
Yeah.
Brun Hitch on art.
Yeah.
Let's talk about more things that aren't needed.
Episode 6 of Last of Us. Does that count?
Yeah, that's
I
not.
haven't watched it. I haven't actually
fine.
two things.
Yeah, it was a bit of a... okay, and Jason, you're feeling Flashback for
Yes.
this week. The Time Machine.
Yes.
1960s version.
Well, yeah.
60, which one was it?
Only 60.
No, 60.
1960.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one. Not the 2002 one.
Nah.
The Guy Pearce. in
Nobody
his-
wants Guy Pearce on anything.
Hey, there's some good Guy Pearce movies.
Maybe 1 or 2.
That's what I said.
Definitely not Iron Man 3.
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, just double check. Alright, let's get into the comic books. Superman!
Tell them all about it, Dylan.
This is Superman. You might have heard of him.
He's the guy that flies.
Yes.
I'll flick that.
I was kind of anxious about this. I wasn't sure how it was going to go. But, I'm pretty excited. What the fuck was that?
Why'd you do that?
You stole my toy.
Because he already looked for it. It was already funny.
Funny for a bit longer, I think.
Nah.
Keep going now.
I don't know where to start.
So it's setting the status quo, and Luthor's in jail.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So, most of the issue, Superman's gone around doing his thing, and Lex Luthor is, like, backseat driving, because he knows Clark's kind of focused his hearing to kind of listen to Luthor, because he's always up to shit, right?
And Bruce.
So-
Don't forget Bruce.
And Bruce. And, yeah, Lex is he's just going on, like, hey, you should do this, you should do that. Don't worry about the collateral damage, just take her out. Just freaking suffocate her in the river.
Yeah. Break her arm or leg, your choice.
Yeah, it's all good.
I liked that, but my only thing was, well, how is Superman not know every plan? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
In previous years, if he can, you know.
Yes.
But you got to try to ignore that.
Soundproof office?
Maybe.
Maybe. I guess that's
Let-
Cone of silence comes down.
Agent 99, I like it.
I read this like
Yeah, days
2
ago.
days ago. I don't remember
So
what else
Whole
happened.
2 days ago.
Yeah, whole 2 days
it's
ago.
all
Long
new.
time.
There's
Okay.
a new chief of the superhero police part. Maggie Sawyer's been sent
Yeah,
away, and it's
yeah.
got a new guy.
And you see him for like one panel.
Yeah.
So we don't.
But he's
really
on the
know.
cover, so you know clearly he's going to be more.
And Lois is acting editor-in-chief
Yep.
of the Daily Bugle.
Yep.
Yes. And Jimmy Olsen's got a girlfriend.
Yes,
Daily Bugle.
it's the better paper.
It is.
Not really. And then the big one though is
Oh yeah. How did I forget about that? Okay, so Superman flies over to the LexCorp building, and instead of the big L on the top, it's a big S. So and then he goes in, and Mercy Graves is there, and he's like, "Hey, what the hell's going on?" And Mercy's like, "Hey, before Lex got locked up, he left the company to you, so now it's Supercorp." And Superman's like, "I don't want it. Just, I don't want it.
Yeah, we'll
Just,
give it away."
Yeah, give it away or something." And then Mercy's like, "If Mr. Luthor was very specific in the contract. If you give it away, he's going to fire everybody that he employs at this company, so millions of people out of jobs.
Like, the whole city would be gone, right?
Yeah.
It seems like it's like, oh, what if I try to sell it? It's like, nah, same deal. Everything you see here, they'll be out of jobs. And it's like,
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, what's Luther's game here?
Yeah. So it's like a whole company dedicated to making gadgets and gizmos for Superman to help him fight supervillains and shit. There's a couple Easter eggs in the big 2-page spread. Some of the suits from like the 90s animated series and stuff. And then Parasite attacks.
Yes.
A bus full of school children because supervillains. And the most interesting part about that is Superman kind of punches him into like a forest, and then he goes after him, and then he splits into like 30 smaller versions of himself.
Children.
Yeah,
Parasites.
yeah, it was weird.
I thought it was a great first issue.
Yeah,
Because it was very classic Superman, but so fresh. Like, all these new things were... Like, it's got Lex, Parasite, Daily Planet, everything you want in a Superman book, but they all had a little fresh take.
Yeah, it's doing new stuff with everything, not just the same old shit.
Like the first page where it's like the double page spread with Superman and the cape and all that. That was excellent page.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's nice.
And the last page.
Last 2 pages
Yeah.
kind of foreshadowing what's coming.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and it's good because like you sort of find out, but not really find out why Lex is doing his thing.
Yeah.
Why is he providing advice? And all that?
That was
So,
just a...
yeah.
Yeah, when you read, like, a new direction on a long-standing character like that, and you're like, oh, yeah, whatever. But this... The closest thing reminded me a bit is, like, Superior Spidey sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where Ock's like, I'm going to have patrol robots, and I'm going to have things, and I'm going to do things
Corporation,
different,
yeah.
right? And just like, Superman, cool, you know? Every time you're talking to me, thousands of people are dying. We could do better. But it was just a good first issue.
One thing that
Highly
irked
recommend.
me was that his choice of clothes is Clark Kent.
I
Like,
don't even
sure,
know
he's
what
got
he
the
was wearing.
Smallville like sweater, but then he's got like headphones and something else.
He's
like,
listening to music.
beanie.
And the headphones are just trying to
Noise
tune out
cancelling.
Lex.
So we can focus on his job.
Yeah, but that's his choice to focus on Lex. He doesn't have to do it, you know.
It's like a muscle memory thing. That's how I read it.
Same.
Yeah.
Dave's like, how dare Superman wear headphones?
He shouldn't be wearing a hat.
He can listen to music anywhere he wants. It's got superhero.
The point is that he doesn't want to listen to everything else, so he puts the headphones on.
Yeah, but he could like muscle memory just a concert or something.
He can't
He doesn't have, like...
He's not curating it in
kind
his
of-
head.
No, he's not.
I don't think Superman goes to many concerts, Dave.
Because he doesn't have to. He could just like be away from a concert.
He has,
and just
like-
go, oh yeah, that's a sick tune.
He has GPS hearing, like he could that precise.
Dave's like,
I'm not going to argue anymore.
you're wrong.
Local man.
Local
Okay.
man.
Local Man, new Image comic, sort of a washed-up superhero sort of deal. Now, it's a flip book. I highly recommend, if you are going to read it, read this side first, which is classic Image style, Liefeld, Jim Lee, Wildcats, Youngblood, that sort of deal. And it's when he was in the super team, and then you flip it, and it's him trying to go home to his hometown after he got kicked out.
And massive tonal shift between the
Oh,
two.
massive.
100%.
Yeah, if you guys are just listening.
Yes.
Um,
Visually
yeah.
different.
The first one, the main story is very much a modern Image kind of look.
Yes.
Your indie stuff, but yeah, the flip side of it, 90s is fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skimpy clothes, names on
Even to the
X-Men
this
ripoff
page.
almost.
Yes.
that is
Absolutely.
like Image.
Yes. That orange,
Yeah,
orange,
the green and
green and yellow.
like Marvel Bulls and bits.
Yeah.
Sort of page.
So, follows this gentleman named Crossjack, and he's fallen from grace. You don't exactly find out why.
Pretty
You
sure.
know exactly know why.
Pretty sure.
Keep the
He got his
suspense.
cross jacked.
Yes.
Yeah,
He put it somewhere we shouldn't have.
he has.
Anyway, he goes back to his hometown and everyone hates him.
Yeah, I'm like, why do they hate him?
You probably find out he's done
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
Right?
Even his like family.
Like, he sold
are
him
like-
out to go to the big
Maybe,
leagues or
yeah,
something,
yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
is what I thought.
Even his family is like, oh yeah, we're just here pretending.
Yeah,
not
so-
to."
Oh, the dad straight away, how long
Yeah.
when do you get out?
Yeah.
You get a job yet? We already had dinner.
And you feel for him a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, until you find out, like, I don't know what he did besides
That, yeah.
his infidelity. But yeah, and he's like one of his arch nemesis rocks up and he beats him
I
up.
think it was his son,
And then
wasn't it?
no, it's his arch nemesis.
No, well, they later explain, I think it was the dude's son, because the real one should have been 50 or something like that, wasn't it?
What? No, I don't
Yeah,
believe that part at all.
There you go, Dave.
Because it's not like he's retired.
I think
he
it's, wouldn't you be? He must be about 50 by now. I thought it was the line, something like that. Yeah,
'cause
he's
the team's still active. He just got kicked out of the team. It's not like he retired or, you know, something like
because
that.
they come and give him cease and desist.
Because he used the shield when he's not allowed to use the shield.
Shield-like objects.
But yeah, or shield-like objects because it was a bin lid. He can't fight crime at all.
At all.
It's part of the cease and desist. It's hilarious. So according to cover, you'll get put on a hood and fight
Yeah.
things. But it's a great book.
Oh yeah. Excellent.
Plus, you might get something completely different than what these guys got and what they've got. So, you know, it's
Choose your own adventure.
exactly right.
Dave always chooses his own
I
adventure.
know.
No, maybe I got confused with that stuff there.
The words.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But he's arch nemesis. See a little.
Seemed like it.
Yeah.
Punch drunk.
That's just not what I was thinking, but yeah.
Yeah, I was being nice.
A little challenged
yes.
in life.
Does seem that way.
Which you're like, man, you keep beating this dude up.
Yeah.
It's a bit harsh.
And then, yeah, he reconnects with an old flame.
Yeah.
Who sort of... Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
No, it was a good book.
Yeah, I really liked it. Straight away, I was like, Ninja's gonna dig this.
I did. Like, in the image, the old school image, the flip book side.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So, like, at the end, it's like, why are we fighting them anyway? Who cares?
Don't-
beat them,
we
let's go.
won.
Yeah. Which is very good.
Yes. Yes. Well, can't you join Cyber Force? I haven't got no cybers. Just good, it's good. Alright, next up. Immoral X-Men. You read this one, Nitin?
I did.
What'd you think?
Is weird.
Yeah.
All this sinister stuff is weird.
Yeah. I was looking forward to this one because it's Gillen, right?
Hmm.
It was okay, but...
It's the weakest of the three, I think.
Which, yeah, I thought the Nightcrawler's one was... I was like, oh, this is going to be the weak one. I
Yeah.
read that because it wasn't as good as the previous weeks. And I read this and I was like, it's okay. It's just her being a bitch.
So it's mainly White Queen. I did like the first 2 pages where they're doing their little resistance.
Yes.
And it's like, we take the door or the window. Or the window. Go to the window. And then it falls to their
Dead.
depths. Because White Queen sort of... Yeah. That was great. But yeah, it's White Queen... Sort of taking down Sinister. Because Sinister's... He wants his lab back because he wants to reset the thing. Because
It's gone a little out of control.
Yes.
Off the rails with
Yes.
his plans.
so he wants to start again because it's not going how he wanted.
Eat my virus.
Yes.
The best bit was when he needs somebody to talk to, doesn't
Yeah.
trust anybody, so he pops a new clone of himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, he's like talking to a duck. He's
Yes.
like, I don't trust ducks.
Yes. Yeah, those couple of pages were pretty good. Like, it wasn't bad, but
No.
I just thought this would be a bit more...
Yeah.
Something more in it, I guess, maybe.
I just want to see how they're going to reset everything after all this. Because
Because the
Moira.
book's going by previews just are back to normal.
yeah, I know. I'm looking at it. Oh, interesting.
Like, I thought... If this was like the big reset and everything is going to go back pre-Hickman era, you could understand. But that's not the case. So I
yeah,
don't know.
It'll be
yeah.
Moira. That's
Of course
it.
it'll be
Oh,
Moira,
see ya.
but
She dies and then
she
that's
doesn't...
it.
Like, I don't think she can just take back... I guess.
Come on.
I know, but...
You see the other timeline she's pulled and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But to go back to a specific... Like I said, if it was getting rid of the whole Krakoa era,
Yeah.
that I could understand.
Yeah, that's what...
But it's not going to be. Because the previews, I'd see what comes in 2 months.
Yeah.
And it's just back to normal. Right? Like, yeah, if it was the Moira resetting... Oh, they're back at Westchester in a goddamn school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could have got that. But just going back to
You can't
Krakoa,
go back to exactly...
well, I thought that
the
was when I read the solicit for the Storm book. I'm like, oh no, it's set in the past. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the same.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm like, all this sinister stuff is very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting, very weird, and I like it. But
Yeah.
yeah, of the 3, this was probably the weakest.
Which was surprising.
Yeah.
Because Gillen, it's his event sort of thing, right?
But it's only 3 parters. Like, it'll probably hopefully ramp up and become good. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right, for me, did you read Blue Book issue 1?
I did.
What do you think of this?
Yeah, it was really good. This is Tinian, isn't it?
Yep.
And so it's essentially the story of Barney and Betty Hill, who famously were abducted, or have the story of being abducted by aliens or having encounters with
so
aliens.
it's based on a true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Because
think it was gonna be more than just them. I thought it was gonna be like
I read it and I was
Every-
like,
all different sort of
There's gonna be
abduction.
more,
Yeah.
yes.
That makes sense because there's also a backup story which is really cool around Coney Island and the
Oh, that
Flying
was
Man.
cool.
So I think it's going to be like
The metal elephant.
the metal elephant, where there's plenty of rooms. You'd be keen on that, Dave.
cult stories, I guess.
Not cult, more like
it's actual abduction stories that they're gonna make into comics.
Okay.
Is the way I read the
Yeah.
solicit for the book.
that makes complete sense from what I read. So they're going to continue on the main Betty and Bunny Hill story.
Okay.
And then I'm guessing there's going to be more stories like the black and white one at the end.
Because I was wondering what was the whole, like, is it exposition? Am I using the right word? Where they just lay out all their backstory,
Yes.
what their job is, all
Yeah.
that, and it's like, it's a bit excessive. But
Well, they're
I
just
guess
trying to-
because it's based on that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And trying to set up
Yeah.
that they were fairly reliable,
Yeah.
People.
you know?
Yeah.
That's why it's the first big one of not
Yeah.
just some drunk redneck.
Like, if it wasn't based on, like, a true story, then I would
Yeah.
have been like, oh, it's a bit...
Didn't need that much backstory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the backup story seems like it might be more like what's the word? Like not fancy, but like things that talked about that might have happened back in the past.
myth
But
or
yeah,
something.
myths and things like
Yeah.
that. I don't know if it's going to exactly have to do too much with people going missing in the second parts. But yeah, myths and different stories and
Yeah.
tall tales and stuff like that about the flying man and the
Some
elephant.
more X-Files stuff.
Exactly right.
Urban myths, that's it.
Urban myths. That's
That's
the
the-
one.
Yeah,
Good
looking
work.
for that.
I really enjoyed it. I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be a really cool trade as well. Keen to see how they do that
with the backups.
with the backups and
Guess
stuff.
Depends how the backups go, right?
Yeah, like Local Man will be interesting how they do the trades. But yeah, I really enjoyed the book.
Yeah.
Let's jumping on.
Cool black, white, and blue
Yes.
colour
Yeah.
tone.
Art's really cool. It's homing art, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I always like me some
Great setup. Great team.
Nitin, Lazarus Planet Omega.
Ooh.
You finished this?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't sound like a very good.
I mean,
You're
It
allowed
wasn't-
to say...
Is this
like,
another
you
one
don't
shot or
like
is this?
it.
no, this
we're
is
in
it.
the
This
end?
is it. The end of it.
Oh, this is the end of it.
Yeah, because it was like the bookends and then like the one shots in the middle.
Right.
But not the end, right?
No, not really. Like the Lazarus Reign is finished, but it's changed magic in the DCU.
I mean,
Oh, like
How so?
proper.
Some people have more powers, some people have different powers. Magic is different. You don't find out exactly how.
but like canon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we do know for Shazam, he can't call himself Shazam anymore because, like,
Legal. Legal.
yeah. Starting from New 52, obviously, yeah, they just call him Shazam. But he could say the word if he didn't intend to transform. That was their way to get around it, which is kind of
Mark
dumb.
Wade's coming. That's dumb.
Yeah. He's
Thank
like,
you,
no,
Mark
that's
Waid.
dumb. Yeah, because
So what's he say now?
we said Shazam. He just
They've changed his name.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
Well, we don't really know yet.
Okay, cool.
Like his friends, his family's going to call him the captain as a joke, because like, I think in an interview Wade said something about like, oh, he goes to save a ship and he messes up or something, so they call him as a joke, hey, the captain.
Yeah.
I can see Freddie all over that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess they're going to call him the captain.
Like they're in a hard spot with him,
Yeah.
but just
That's his friend. What's the rest going to call him?
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay. Interesting.
you can't just be the captain.
Yeah, it won't
Yeah.
be the captain.
Was it Captain Thunder they used to use?
Captain
maybe?
Thunder was, I think that was Flashpoint.
Yes.
And I
too
think
bad.
that's a pretty good
That's
name.
all
I think it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
best case scenario.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, just call him in universe. Just call him Captain Marvel. Like, don't care. Like you were doing it for 40 years, and you just can't call the book that. That's fine. Like you're allowed to call him Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And I get the way IP is these days and stuff. And rah,
And
rah.
I think this, like, especially now that Marvel's Captain Marvel has a bigger audience,
Yes.
they
comic
probably want something different.
Yeah.
So without too
No, but there's like 2 people read books. Who cares?
big a spoilery, who's OP and who got screwed and
You don't know.
oh okay sorry okay.
You don't
Yeah,
know.
moving forward across the.
Cool.
Yeah,
Can
because
I...
Black
ask
Alice
something?
sort of.
Yes.
Why can't they call him Shazam again?
No, well,
Wait.
because how his powers work,
Yeah.
he says Shazam to become Billy into Shazam.
Oh,
yes?
so it wasn't like an IP thing that.
No.
No.
Okay. Good.
Mark Wade's like, it's stupid. Because one of the old days, one of the MacGuffins of the book would be
Making
if
him
you
say it.
make him say it,
Yeah.
he turns back into a kid.
Yeah.
No,
Like a
Yeah.
mix of Spitlick kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. All right.
And if you're like, oh, I just gotta mean it, that's just
Yeah.
it's not a magic
All right.
word. That's
Okay.
so being an old school dude, Wade's going,
Yeah.
we're fixing this somehow.
Now, just what's Mary Marvel called? Is she? What's her name? No, they're just in her mini. We're like, oh, she's called Shazam.
Yeah.
Stop asking questions.
So we'll find out when the book comes out.
Yes.
It's just an announcement.
Yeah.
You know.
Unless it's just, hey, you for 6 or 7 issues.
It's just for 10 years they have not had names.
Yeah.
Mary and the rest of them.
It's 2023. It's quality.
I think you got to
inclusion,
stick with
bring it
their
on.
names at
Yeah.
least. Like at least Mary.
Yeah.
Mary Marvel sounds fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like she says Mary Marvel to turn into.
Yeah.
Well. She could.
But yeah, it looks like Finn's on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, so.
Gonna go into the Batman Robin stuff. Or whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So,
Who's that?
It's part of the
Lance
Monkey
girl.
Prince
Cool.
universe. That's sort of like Nezzer and the Fireball Prince sort of come from. That's like a backup.
okay, John Kent Superman. Does he get electric powers in this?
For a little bit.
Oh.
In this issue?
Yeah, in this issue. For a little bit. I think for a little bit. I don't know if he gets them permanently.
I think it's permanently, because it's in all the character designs for Action Comics.
Okay, then.
But just never really
probably.
saw where it...
Because there's a bit where
Magic.
Yeah.
they swap, the powers get swapped between them because of the pit and all magic being wonky.
Okay.
Because Flash gets super strength and he's like always wanted to, when it feels
punch
like.
some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So Black Alice sort of resets everything. Spectre fucks up Nezza because Spectre's
Spectre.
back to being Spectre.
Good. I would like to see them do something with him.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Spectre rules.
It's just that
Yeah,
design,
that
man.
page alone was so damn cool.
Like, he's one of the coolest looking comic characters there is, and they just do nothing with him.
I didn't sort of dig the art the first time I saw it, but this time I like it just because it looks like it's coloured pencils.
You know what it feels like? It feels like
I do like
if it
it.
happened in the 80s, they went, oh, I was on the order page and I meant to order this many of something, and I ordered 43 boxes or 34 boxes of green. Let's do something around Lazarus because it's green, and let's just use the shit out of the green, boys, because we need to use this ink.
That's a lot of green.
It's a lot of green. I know, mistakes like that are very uncommon, but
Yeah, nah.
nah.
Who orders 34 Traveling to Mars?
Travel to Mars, everyone.
Not us.
Free issue with every purchase.
Coming to a dollar bin.
Got to give it enough time that I don't feel bad in case somebody did buy it. Alright, next up. Punisher War Journal base. Alright, so this one is Frank. It's one of the flashback stuff. So it's Frank. I think he's not home for good. Maybe it's like a just come home. Slight little more sneaky drops that he's not a Vietnam veteran. I grumbled at that.
What?
Well, it's all it's his journal, right?
Yeah.
It's the start of, the war journal, right? Like, he goes, the missus and him are going to couples therapy,
Yeah.
because he's distant.
Yeah.
Here, I think you should write a journal. It's one of her ideas. So that's what all the narration of the book is the journal, right? Frank writing it. But in it, it's like, been thinking lately about something my uncle told me about coming home from war. Only time he ever talked about Vietnam. And I'm like,
Is it because they aged him?
They've done it before.
So is he Desert Storm now?
No, it was history of the
Yes.
Marvel Universe where they basically made their own fictionalized version of the Vietnam War so they can move it around timeline-wise,
Because
right?
before that, they had moved him to
That's even dumber.
Afghanistan. That's right.
Yeah.
You can't reference
Yeah.
Vietnam and then have your own fake Vietnam a couple of years later.
No, I think when it means that is like, only time mention Vietnam is like talking about the war itself. Not saying that he went to Vietnam. Because his war was probably Korean War or something.
Nah, pretty. I don't think
Wait,
so.
didn't you just read it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what I read.
Yeah, it's the only time
that's
he's...
the only time Uncle talked about Nam.
Yeah, as in like the whole war as it's happening. He doesn't want to talk about the war.
Depends what he
That's
says.
happening.
Maybe
Depends
I
what he
see
says
what you
next.
mean.
Interesting.
But yeah, they've made a mess of it.
If they're insinuating that,
last year.
and to the point that someone's been reading comic books for 30 years, picked it up that way,
And this is what
and
he
it's
said.
not Dave.
Yeah.
It's
And this is what he said. I was there.
Because it's weird. But like, it's all just him trying to, you know, talk to the neighbours, go to neighbour things, forgetting to dress up for Halloween, getting in trouble from the missus. Don't talk about the war. And then they ask him about the war, and the missus is like, I said don't talk about the war. I was like, they asked me.
what am I supposed to do?
My favourite line in it, they're like, oh, well, do you think there's such thing as a just war? He's like, there's necessary wars. Well, why do we care? Like, you know, what do we care about them people? Rah, 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 you know, redneck shit. They're closer to each other than they are to us. How do you even know which ones are the enemies? And like Frank's like, the ones that tie explosives to children, we start with them. And I was like, oh, very nice. And the dude just shits himself.
That's a very good answer.
Yeah.
Is that Russian?
Yeah, the Russians in it. So that got 2 points. So Frank keeps hearing noises around the neighbourhood. And the missus is like, he's paranoid sort of thing. So he goes and looks, and some mobsters have got the family. Somebody's a witness to a crime, so they're going to torture them and stuff so they don't testify, blah, blah, blah. So Frank goes in to do some Frank shit.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it was okay. You know, like, the whole current Punisher hand business has been way better than it has any right to be. A lot of the flashback stuff bugs me.
Yeah.
And the
But
idea
the last few issues have been...
the idea of Punisher being Superman flying and using swords, not guns, and leading the hand. He's a head scratcher, but it's damn good.
And I think they understand that it is a head scratcher and it's a little bit far, because I think it's only got a few more months to kind of run in that regard. So 3 or 4 more issues and it'll kind of continue.
What are they doing with him at the end of it, though?
Oh, it's got to be Frankencastle 2.
It's gonna be interesting. Where's my Ennis book that we got teased like 2 years ago that never came? Anyway, I digress. Next up, One Bad Day, Clayface, issue 1.
Damn,
Everybody read
good.
this? I think this was probably the lightest tonally out of these One Bad Days.
With a lot of death, yes.
But yeah. Yeah.
9 in 1 day? So good. So good. So yeah, this is...
what I thought it was going to be. Just him as an actor, Boris, whatever his name was.
Karloff.
Not Carlo. Something like that.
Basil Carlo.
Basil, that's it.
So good.
He's gone to Los Angeles because he wants to be an actor,
Yes.
obviously.
Oh, he got kicked out of Gotham.
Yes.
And he's working as a waiter, obviously. And he's going for
He's
parts.
Clay.
He's Clay, yeah.
It's his name,
Yeah.
Clay.
And he's going for parts. He's making friends at the place that he works. And, well, he doesn't get the part, and somebody else does. And, well,
His mate gets it.
his mate gets it. And, well, that sort of sets him off
A little.
a little bit.
A little.
It's just the Clayface book that I thought I was going to get.
Yeah. And like, okay, so spoilers. So like, he replaces the guy, so he's gonna get the part.
Yeah.
And then first take,
Does
the
exactly
direct-
what he did in the
yeah,
audition.
Yeah. And the director's like, "What are you doing?"
This is not what we did yesterday,
Yes.
dude. So good. Oh, I've got my own take on it. Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So damn good.
And the movie they're making is One Bad... Killing Joke, which is excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
His dialogue, his little parties practicing throughout. Yeah, I didn't know too much about Clayface. Obviously, I was saying to the boys a couple of episodes of the Harley Quinn show where he was the struggling
He might be the
actor,
best
and that was
one.
it. And I'm like, so this was exactly what I wanted out of a Clayface book, because it gave me a great story, and that's the Captain America pair,
Yes,
isn't it? Yeah.
yes.
So cool art, very cool art. That Clayface art was so damn cool.
Oh yeah. Every time he.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he moves himself up the ladder in Hollywood,
Literally.
which is excellent.
We see Bruce Wayne and see some
Yeah.
bats, which is really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, but it was really cool.
I love it. As he's moving up, shall we say? It's all because of the same thing. The next person tells him he's doing a shit.
Yeah,
job.
that's right. Yeah.
But they don't understand my art.
I have a vision.
Next.
Vision.
That's Clayface, bro.
Ah,
It's
so
great.
Yeah, really, really enjoyed it.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, the art in this is fucking dog shit.
Yes. Nitin is pointing to the Punisher.
Yes.
Not Clayface. Clayface is great.
Clayface is very good.
Yeah, Clayface is excellent.
Yeah. It's not great. It's a bit rough. Speaking of not great.
Yeah.
Planet Hulk Worldbreaker issue 4. It's a comic I read this week.
Dave, if you don't mind, mate, can you see if any copies of issue 1 on the shelf still and grab one for us of Worldbreaker?
Worldbreaker?
Yeah.
Planet Hulk.
So there's one issue of this to go. I
Yeah.
think it says to be concluded.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's a 5-parter.
So he got a mention again. And
The other son?
yeah, who I'm pretty sure is in the last page of the first issue.
Yeah.
Dave, just go last page. Is it the other Hulk son? Little bald dude. Just bring it.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know. I know why they're doing it because of Planet Hulk and everything behind it, but this story just wasn't needed.
Yeah, first issue I was like, oh, this wasn't great, but okay, cool. It's like, there's hope. But now I'm just like, just finish. Like, it's not
Yeah.
terrible, but it's just a nothing book. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and because it's, to be honest, I'd probably be more forgiving if it wasn't Pack himself, right?
100%.
You know, if it's somebody, Marvel just making a cash-in book, right? Cool. Getting a young writer, giving it a shot. But, yeah, when it's Pack, you're just like, what happened to you, man?
Yeah, because the first issue finishes with the other son sitting
That's Banner.
That's Banner.
Was that Banner?
That's Banner.
Ah, that's why I fucked up. Okay. So where is that other guy?
Oh,
Where
she's
is that
dead.
son? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. All right, and then that was in Earth. The other bit with Scar. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
with
yeah,
Jen.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's,
I mistook it because
Yeah.
I thought they talked about it at the end there. Then they talked about him in this issue, and then still nothing. So yeah.
Because I thought, we going to get the reveal he's the head bad guy, is what I thought was maybe coming.
Would have made the most sense.
Right? But I guess not. But I don't know.
Guess
Yeah,
not.
it's just,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Next up, Junkyard Joe, issue 5. Man, this book is so good.
Who read this?
So damn good.
Some Iron Giant vibes going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's love, yeah. They you know, the army dudes hold the kids hostage,
Yes.
and then when Joe comes in, straight up, just
Bang!
bang, knocks them out, takes them out. Ah, so good. I hope the old dude doesn't die, but
Oh.
it's leading to it. It looks like he's. I hope not. I like him.
Well, because I think it will be. Like, his whole thing is
Oh, no,
Joe
I'm
saved him.
Yeah,
He'll save Joe.
I'm expecting him to
Oh,
die.
gets to be with the wife, whatever, you know?
It's like the John Wick moment.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the end
yeah.
or something.
Damn, the art's amazing.
Gary Frank rules, man.
I think this is maybe his best stuff I've ever
It's
seen.
Yes.
so damn good.
Absolutely.
Like, and like it's the
Kids look like
just
kids.
the house stuff and
Yes.
the normal stuff is what makes it
And
look so good.
Kids look like kids.
Like him doing some action, yeah, sure, it's Gary Frank.
Just the facial expressions on the close-ups are phenomenal.
Incredible for that stuff.
Like that there when he's in the hospital
Yeah.
there, that's so damn good.
Such a great artist.
Yeah,
So one issue left,
one issue which you're like, oh, it's gonna be a big issue, I think.
and nothing's really happened.
Nothing.
Yeah,
But it's been so good.
small scale, real small.
Yeah. Like,
'Cause you're not going to find out who these army dudes are.
no.
So one issue left.
Yeah.
But
And
there's a
you'd be annoyed if
Geiger
you did that
special
too.
coming out, 2-part Geiger special coming out. I read on the back
Yeah.
of that, which is going to be great.
like this is their second series
Mm.
in this Mad Ghost universe. Both amazing.
Yeah.
You cannot wait for the next one.
Yeah, Jeff Johns is back.
And how they're going to connect, you don't know, but
Because after
He keeps seeing. Sorry, Dale. Go ahead.
no,
No, go ahead.
Okay. After I read, I think the 3rd issue or something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back and look at Geiger because I don't remember anything about
Yep.
it, and I completely forgot that he fights Geiger. Like Geiger fights Junkyard Joe in that towards the end. How the hell did I forget this?
Yeah.
And you get flashbacks of Muddy and stuff in that as well.
and it's like a couple hundred years in the future, right?
Yeah, like they shut him down because he murdered everybody or something. So what's gonna happen in that next issue?
And like this is like they'd shut him down because he'd been murdering people
Yeah.
then. And like the first issue is just a full Vietnam issue. This is current day
Yeah.
setting, and then Geiger's a couple hundred years or whatever it is in the future. And then like they got the red coat one coming that's
Yeah.
a couple hundred years in the past.
That's what I was going to say. The timeline
Timeline,
they've got
yeah.
in the book, I'm like, oh, I want all of these books. Give me them now.
Like, what's a Brian Hitch book and you excited for it?
I actually am.
Me too.
Yeah, like
that one
I
seems
don't
so
really
good.
care.
From
Yeah.
that, the guy got 80-page
Yeah.
special where you got a little bit of that. I was like, oh yeah, I want more of that. And his art looked pretty good in that.
Yeah, it's not bad. I
Which
think
one was that one?
You know, in the 80-page
Yeah, but
special.
what was that story?
Red
With
Coat.
the red coat.
Oh, was that Hitch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it was pretty good.
I think it was better colouring.
Yes.
I remember you talking
Yes.
about it back in
100%. It doesn't look the grey.
Exactly right.
Yeah, the wash.
The bolt there, the
Yeah.
bolt, yeah.
Like, it's not as vibrant as they say the colouring in this, but yeah, different.
It's also not Gary Frank art, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, the big...
And like the darkness in that also sort of fits because it was goddamn freaking 1800s or whatever it is. 1900s. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man 20. Read this one, folks.
Anything interesting happening in this? Because I flick this shit.
Dodson issue.
Nah, it's the date issue.
It's Kelly. Yeah, Kelly Dodson.
Yeah,
Terry.
Kelly. Joe Kelly writing it.
Oh.
And Dodson, yeah. And it's crap.
It's alright.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. I like these Spidey issues where they're just nothing. Sort of, they're more Pete issues, even though it's Spidey. But you know what I mean. The only problem with it for me is timing of release. After you've just hit a wall and slowed everything down with the Dark Web, and then I would like to see it get back on track. And
Well, it's not like
Remitter's
Remitter's been doing anything for the last like 6 to 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So obviously he's doing new shit,
Yeah,
but like there's been a good gap for him.
Yeah.
We could have done with this. This jumped straight in like 17. What's this? 18?
20.
20. Oh shit. Yeah, jump 18 to 20 normal stuff and then into him because. But anyway.
Because I like those one and... Well, that's the other thing. It probably should have been a one-shotty issue. 'Cause I love a good single downtime book.
I can handle that, but yeah, I'm knowing this is a two-parter and the villains and shit they gave us and what it was and the art they gave us. Yeah,
Oh, the art's great. The colouring's terrible.
both. It will,
I like
one
Dodson's
really
art.
doesn't help the
I do.
other.
I like the Dodson's art.
But the
It's
art,
not the greatest Dodson.
No,
Yeah.
But
uh,
yeah, the
the colouring doesn't help it.
13.
The Dodsons.
Yeah.
It's a bit messy, right? Like some of the inking.
Oh, yeah. Well, he retired for a few years. So he's got some cobwebs, I guess. Which is
Alright.
weird. I don't know where it comes from.
Here we go.
Netton.
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 3.
I think you left out half the title there, Jason.
Whatever.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Ninja Turtles 2,
You know what I
issue
mean.
3.
I didn't even look at this.
Featuring Hawkman.
Yeah, there isn't a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic.
Yeah, keep going. You'll see a
Or
great
anything.
page. So I read the 3 this week because I bought the trade and I read that and I read these. This book is bonkers
Oh, yeah,
insane.
that's
I
right,
love
it's
it.
This one.
It's crazy.
So yeah, it's not in New York City now. It's in Angel Grove, and it continues on from the first book.
Yeah.
Art is great because it's Dan Mora. And this time instead of Tommy joining the Foot Clan, Casey Jones joins
Rita.
Rita,
Or whatever.
and the Turtles Dimension X,
Yes.
sort of, for reasons. Same as it rules, bro.
Which is
Yeah. So they, in this issue, lots of spoilers. They invade the Power Rangers base and shut it down, sort of, and Zordon. I think they moved Zordon off somewhere,
Okay.
and they fuck with the power nodes so the Power Rangers can't transform.
Sure.
So instead of Power Rangers transforming, they mutate into their animals, and it looks fucking cool.
How had somebody not done it before, right?
Mm-hmm. And I said to Dylan earlier, like, man, I'm now gonna buy these toys too, because I'm pretty sure I'm buying the Power
They're
Rangers
gonna be
toys.
like some awesome toys.
Buy
when
the
they get
Power
around
Ranger
to it.
I'm
toys.
pretty sure.
Which Power Ranger toys?
Turtle ones.
Oh, they
Ah.
look sick.
Sure.
They look
Oh, I don't
sick.
know if they'll make toys of it. They
Go
don't really
Mighty
like-
Mutant Power
They
Rangers.
really don't like capitalizing on Ninja Turtle different figures, so you might.
So yeah, they transform into mutant versions of their dinosaurs, and it looks cool. This book is insane. I love it.
That looks good.
It's 12 again. Love
It
it.
rules. I know.
That's great.
So cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah, you just need some fun books sometimes, right? Speaking of a book that's not fun, good but not fun. Doctor Strange, Fourth Sunrise, issue 3, 4.
Last issue.
Last issue.
Oh.
So, he managed to make me amazingly happy about a wake up from a dream and forget everything book.
Yes.
I loved it. Yeah, bro.
Oh.
Because he does his mission and whatever the name was, just make like you don't remember any of this.
Yeah.
It's like, let me remember, and he's like, nope.
I'm trustworthy. I'm this. I'm that. It is amazing, man.
Art is fantastic.
The art, the story,
every single
the
time.
the battle, I love that. It's like, and I remembered nothing, and then those next couple of pages of everyone that he left behind. So damn good. Buy this as a trade, people. This is gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the trick.
For sure. And it's a good read. Like, the art is amazing. The art is next level. You'll salivate over the art for days. It is just, there's so much detail. There's so much
I can
time.
see people not liking this.
Oh, for sure.
They can get
It's not an easy read.
Yeah.
It's
No.
not.
Well, I was getting to the read bit, but the art itself, you could...
Oh, no, some people won't like that for
Yeah.
sure.
But this shit
It's like very, very unconventional.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
But if you like
He's ugly.
If you like Doctor Strange, it's kind of what you got to be expecting, because you don't want conventional when it comes to Doctor Strange. It's the exact opposite of what convention is,
It's in
because
the name.
he is the master of the mystic arts. Like,
Especially when he's in a
and
different
he's in
realm.
exactly right,
Yeah.
completely different realm, and
He's not fighting in the middle of Manhattan.
no.
Which, alright, cool. It's going to be more superhero.
Yeah.
But then yes, the read itself is very dense.
Very.
It is an interesting story around birth and the fight against good and evil, and this everlasting battle that always goes on, which is amazing. But yeah, it's pretty dense.
And not clear. And
Not clear,
You've got to
but-
pay attention.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, you got to read.
I think the issue before, I was like, I don't know, man. This is pretty bad.
Yeah, see, I
I got
really
a bit lost
enjoyed
in the
issue
story.
3
Not
because
lost,
it really
but I was
came
just a bit,
together.
I don't know. I just was like, whatever. It's a bit too trippy. But this one was better.
That's amazing.
And it is trippy. Trip is the only word you can sort of use
Oh,
to
for sure.
describe the entire series. It's a trip.
Yeah.
A beautiful trip.
Yes.
Very
Next. Superman Space Age issue 3. All red.
Speaking of a trip,
This is the final.
holy
This too.
moly, this took you on a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get
You
around.
read?
No.
I think
No.
it's like thicker than the other.
It felt like it.
That's why I didn't read it this
I
week.
was like halfway through, I'm like, man, there's... there is...
A lot of things happen.
That's why it's probably longer between issues too.
Yeah.
So it is essentially a Superman story, but it's also a Justice League-ish story. You get some really cool one pages and double pages of a lot of Justice League.
Yeah, double page.
But then
Yeah.
you also
Origin.
get a good amount interesting Batman story as well.
That shit looked pretty cool.
Really
in this
dark.
issue.
Because it goes through time. It's not just like set in one specific era. It goes through like I think 60s to like the late 80s.
Yep, exactly right.
And it's great.
And
it is crisis-y, but
in a different way.
in a different way.
So Pariah's back in this one, kind of talking to him again. He has an interesting conversation with Brainiac at the start, or the Brainiacs. How much are we going to talk? Like, we're going to go right in, or?
Yeah, if you want. I don't care. We'll spoil it out.
So essentially, Brainiacs know that they're going to get defeated by the Anti-Monitor and say, we will hold you a portal open for one being to be able to come through. You.
Yeah.
And then, blah, blah, you can help us.
We won't strip Earth of natural resources because the Anti-Monitor is just going
Coming to get it.
Coming anyway. So
we'll leave it alone.
and saving you gives us an extra 6% 0.2
that'd be
chance,
great.
or blah blah blah, which was interesting. So Clark goes back and goes, well, I'm going to retire. So he leaves the Justice League, and that was really cool. And it had grown, like the amount of different characters and stuff that are in there. I didn't know half of them, but they're really cool.
And Batman's costume changes again, which is great.
Yeah.
Every issue, his Batman keeps changing his uniform.
Like he had motorcycle helmet, headdress, which is really cool. And then he goes to the Fortress of Solitude to work on something else. And essentially it was creating a quantum DNA in this crystal
Using the kryptonite tech. So to make people live forever, sort of. No disease, no nothing. Because
Sure,
Park
sure.
Kent dies.
So-
and Park Kent could have lived if they
had this technology.
found it. Not even if he went and got to the doctor and checked.
Oh, that's
He
right.
had
Ah,
the
gotcha,
technology,
gotcha,
just
gotcha.
didn't go and
Yeah,
check.
yeah,
And it was something he could live from, but he didn't. Park Kent dies.
So essentially what he
My
does...
Park Kent should die.
Yes.
Essentially what he does is he can take a little bit of your blood and then check exactly what disease you've got, but
Or
everything
will
you're
have.
going to have
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
future,
Fix
and
you up.
take this little chewable and you'll be right for life.
Yeah.
Literally.
And Luthor was in prison for killing 2 million people for letting off a nuke.
Oh, yeah. Previously.
He gets out of prison through the technicality, because the government gave him a nuke, and it's the government's fault, not his.
Yes.
Government incompetent.
Man.
Amazing.
Plus, he's got incriminating evidence and people, and so the government rolls over, sort of.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to LexCorp. He wants to buy Wayne Enterprises. And Wayne's like, I'm not fucking selling you, kid. So keep going.
No, the lawyer in the courtroom. We did it. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, it's like the aura art is great because he's putting like real people in the crowd scenes and stuff. Like if you know some of the people, like that's them, whatever. Oh yeah, and then he's like, does this great big freaking Wolf of Wall Street speech, which is excellent. It's like it's about money. It's about winning. Superman's put you all out of business. He's won already.
I'm suddenly interested in reading this.
Pharmaceutical companies.
I can't. Yeah, you're buying it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm buying it.
Yeah, you need to read
And
it.
so he buys up all these pharmaceutical companies for like dirt cheap, and then he lobbies Congress to make what Superman's doing illegal.
Yeah. So they got to buy his
Yes. So it's great.
America.
And then there's stuff with Joker and Batman where Batman dies, so he buys Wayne Tech, but then Earth gets destroyed anyway, which is the same day it happens.
Yeah.
He buys Wayne Tech, he's celebrating,
But
fucking meteors falling from the sky, like, what's going on outside?
He's the one that funded the Joker to do what he did, and it was excellent.
It's a great book. It's a big, long read.
Yeah,
it's a great big book.
Like, I had him pile of stuff and I'm reading. Yeah, what's underneath it? Because it's just so thick. I was like, no, it's like,
And
I'm
it looks
done.
so fucking pretty. I love the Aurids.
Yeah.
So, it was a good series. But yeah, it was just...
Yeah, let's get
And
right
then the way it all pans out with obviously everything getting destroyed, but what Clark did to, let's just say he didn't save himself, and what he did save was, very interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, excellent book. So 3 parts done now. Going to come out as a trade and hardcover, I guess. So I can
for
jump
sure.
on.
Hardcover DC. DC got a hard on for hardcovers these days. Everything's a hardcover.
Speaking of trades, do a Powerbomb next week.
Yes. What was the one that in the previews? They're not going to come out in a collection till 2025.
What?
What was that?
Oh yeah, it was something weird.
Yeah,
something that
we didn't order many of because we're like,
probably don't care about. But
No, it wasn't Human Target.
was it like a whatnot thing or something? No.
Was it like a crossover thing or not mainstream stuff?
Yeah,
Like,
I think it was an indie book. Was it an indie book?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
whatever.
anyway, we're like, it's not coming out to 2025. Still ordering 3. Trying to trick me. Carnage number 10.
So good. Love this book. Alright, so we've got dwarves building swords, conspiring with serial killers to kill Carnage.
Is this medievally? Is
Yeah,
it
man.
now? Okay.
Yeah.
Once again, going to places I
Oh,
didn't think.
man.
Hey,
Go.
we've only just begun, my friend. So they're hitting a plot to kill him because they don't want to make this weapon. But then the detective that's been following, so it all goes down where Carnage is stuck in this
Forge thing.
forge thing, but like in this bubble that can only be broken by Uru, which is obviously what Melania is made from, and there's none of that left on this on the planet, which he says 6 or 7 times. So you make sure he knows there's none left. Except Carnage starts then going through all the dead bodies of all the different dwarves throughout the forge and the skerricks of Uru that are in their lungs and cavities and everything. He is binding all that shit together because the detective that was following them trying to kill Cletus, essentially, trying to kill Carnage, has got Cletus inside him, so he's got a codex of Carnage in him, touches the thing and everything blows up and Carnage becomes a giant and he is just...
Fuck you, dwarf!
So now he's got Uru armor and he is just a king god devil thing. And we've only just begun because previews this week has come out what he's going to become when he gets back to Earth, and you thought this shit was exciting. Something you completely forgot about in King in Black is coming back. Holy shit.
I was laughing earlier because it's like a panel here where it's like a meteor or something crashing on Earth. Next panel, it's a freaking longboat. That's crashed.
Well, yeah, because he killed, because the detective with Cletus in him killed the longboat rider to steal the boat to get him where he needed to go, because he's just going mental.
Yes.
So then the detective's now the new host as this Carnage King, and
Yeah, right.
And then you read Deadpool and you go, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, because he just shows up in Deadpool, right?
So Deadpool's been going for 4 issues now, and he has got a Carnage arm, essentially. And in the last issue, he was kind of talking to her, this little cute little Carnage globule. And at the end of this issue, he kind of gets locked away in some weird... Hang on. Let's go back a step. So at the end of Carnage... Yeah, at the end of Carnage, they get back to Earth. It's the detective. No, it's the serial killer. Gets back to Earth, goes to that haunted mansion that was a couple of issues back to see Cletus.
Because that's the only person who can stop Carnage. It's Cletus.
It's Cletus.
And he's currently a haunted house.
Correct. So then at the end of Carnage, in the end of Deadpool, he's in this weird tube tank thing that Doc Ock plant? Plant. Who's the chick? I'm not reading this. Is she an X-Men chick? Or
nah, she's like
anyway
doctor thing.
So he pops out and it's Cletus as Carnage.
It's a clone.
Maybe.
Well, that has to be what it is, but...
Because I just read Carnage Sava. I come in and was like, just looking, grabbing books off the shelf. I'm like, Deadpool, I didn't look at that this week. And I get to the end, I'm like, does nobody talk to each other?
No. Unless, like you
same
said...
week, right? But, yeah, it's not
a clone and he gets killed off next issue. No, it's weird, but no issues. But if it isn't, then that's really weird.
Like, there's been 10 issues building up to eventually getting Carnage and Cletus.
One of the coolest parts in the Carnage book was when the dwarf and the serial killer are talking and he's trying to plot the death of Carnage. Carnage is working all the forge with his tendrils. It's so damn cool.
The book is
Carnage
balls out crazy.
Fucking Thor book.
I do think it might slow down with a crossover coming and some fill-ins.
Oh, definitely. But Ram's jumping off for a little bit, but it's.
But I'm down because it's been so good.
Amazing. The art's been phenomenal. It's been exactly what Venom hasn't.
Well, it's just been exactly not what I thought Carnage would be. Right, like the first couple of issues, like, okay, cool. And then...
balls out.
We started getting some North shit out of nowhere. And you're like, what the
well,
fuck
that
is
was
this?
the other thing. He's like, I wanted to slice the dwarf up. I had so many other plans for you when he realised he tried to kill him. And he's like, no, Hela wanted you in one piece. She has ideas for you. So there's going to be some more cool shit coming from Hell too.
Next up, Plush, issue 4.
Let's pick
Cannibal Furries.
Let's pick a furry. So, I think this concludes next issue.
Yeah.
Really interesting conversation around how they pick their furries and the background on who their dad was and how they all came together and stuff, which was
as a family,
which is an interesting. It's like, you were kidnapped? No, we were saved.
For sure.
Well, one of the chicks, her mum was going to sacrifice her because... I can't remember the reason, but yeah. Anyway, she's going to sacrifice her. So, yeah, she was, I guess, saved. But,
and the sheriff's made a posse to kill humans. Basically, he's going to get his...
This one's off the books, boys!
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, the dude's like, I'll go with you, I'll do what you want, just leave my your friends alone, and I guess there'll be a bloody... end in the next issue?
Yes.
The book's great.
Definitely, the art's amazing.
All the stuff they've done recently has been great.
Yeah.
Vinyl,
Plastic.
plastic.
What's the other one? Is that coming out, or is it already come out on the last page?
Dark Ride?
No. Go flick Dave to the second last page, buddy. Yeah, next one. Next one, sorry. That one.
Yeah, that's been out for a while.
Oh, okay.
It's in my tray. It's in my box. I haven't bought it yet.
Oh, I'll buy it this week if it's the only one there.
Fair enough. Then,
there we go.
new arc of Thor.
Yeah, I saw it in previews. A certain doctor was in it.
Strange.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, last arc, Thor was saving
Manhattan.
his like little toddler sister. And then she was supposed to go back into her own time and blah blah blah. But she's old at the start, and as she's going, she's like an adult instead of a kid. Before she goes, she's like, just check on your dead. What does that mean? He's like, I don't know. He said you knew what it means. So Thor calls Jane Foster Valkyrie into Valhalla, and Valhalla is empty. There's nobody there. Odin is still inside the hammer, in case you didn't know. So he's talking shit to Jane, and Jane's talking shit to the hammer. And like they don't know where it's gone, so they go looking to find out what the deal is.
Shit.
They go to hell, and nobody's in hell either. Yeah, except for these giant crows.
Holy moly.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
So sick.
yeah, that fits very good. So yeah, no one's home in hell either. And Odin wants to kill the crows.
See that.
And then we get to find out, spoilers, that Dr. Doom has Hela. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I'm intrigued.
That is excellent.
That looks amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, that's perfect for Doom.
because this is the
too.
second arc post-Kate, and the last one was sort of some time loopy stuff with the Valkyries and Thanos, and it had some cool art, like seeing some zombie sort of warriors and stuff. But this one, new arc, I was like, this one might be good.
Damn.
Hopefully they get rid of the hammer thing. That'd be good. I don't really like this Odin hammer thing.
Firestorm.
Oh, it's
Hammer.
just... If we're going to get rid of Odin,
Get rid of Odin.
get rid of
Yeah.
Odin. I don't need Odin. Like, because then Thor's not... Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
What is that backup?
Yeah, no, there's a backup about other gods.
So who's
Egyptian
building
gods.
the hammer?
Who's building the hammer?
Wielding it.
Thor?
Like Jane Thor or the
No, no.
Thor.
Thor.
James Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. There you go.
Um,
Yeah, have a look at that shit.
But yeah, Odin's inside.
Didn't turn off. He's gone.
Yep.
He's gone to buy a copy.
Yep, I think he has. Should've
Oh.
just had that one.
No, he didn't want one of my grubby hands roll over.
Fair enough, fair enough.
100%.
He's racist.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows where those hands have
Yeah,
been.
damn cracker hands.
That's not the word I was thinking of.
But yeah, not bad, not bad. Arts and crafts, bro.
That's straight.
Um,
Yeah, glue.
Cag glue.
next up, Dylan.
Oh, yes.
You can look at Thor later. Batman Superman World's Finest, issue whatever it is, 12?
12.
Dylan's favourite book of the week, I'm sure.
Man, this issue was so good. It is just a terrible date between Dick Grayson and Supergirl.
Is this the one that was telling us all about months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's so good. I read it.
Yeah, because, like,
Robin's a dickhead.
he's
He's just a dickhead.
the best.
Oh, it's so good.
Such an awkward teenage date in this
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
It was great. Like, it starts off, and, you know, they're both talking to their respective mentors. Kind of like, the date didn't really go that well. And then you see a flashback. Kara's picking out an outfit. She doesn't know what to wear. And she's like, okay, fine, I'll wear this. She rocks up, X-ray visions through the wall of the restaurant. And she sees Robin sitting there in his costume. Just waiting at the table.
So she changes.
Heavy sigh, face palm,
Yeah.
goes back, changes into her Supergirl costume, and then goes in. And it's downhill from there.
He's like, I'll pay off. Forgot my wallet.
He pats down his bare legs because he's wearing the freaking the underpants. Oh, I've only got my credit card. I can't use my credit card here because it's got my name on it.
People will know.
Yeah.
Just give me a sec. I'll go to the ATM. Supergirl's like,
There's cameras.
yeah, there's a camera on the ATM. If you use your card, they're gonna know anyway.
I'll get changed first. And then changed again.
And Kara's like, yeah, in normal human speed. I'll do it.
I'll pay, little boy.
Supergirl, monkey, bowling balls, avalanche.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. There's a truck full of bowling balls that crashes.
That's not even the best interaction. The best interaction when he's tells her about his tragic backstory where his family died, and she's like, yeah, and he's bitching to Batman. Oh, she didn't seem to care. Batman's like, I mean, because her parents, every person she knew, billions of strangers, all fucking died too, dickhead. Oh.
I love Superman and Batman how they talk.
Yes.
How they take it. It's like Superman's like, oh, it's easy. You know, he's awkward.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, you
He comes from good stock.
give him another chance or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Batman's like, yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Take the loss, son. Take the loss.
Does Talia have a system?
Yeah.
Oh, the best part was at the beginning. Dick is all like broody and stuff, and he's drawing something. And then,
What's he call it?
yeah, Bruce goes up and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And Dick's kind of like,
Oh, he's drawing it like he's drawing his nightmare costume.
Yes.
And he's gonna call it with Dark Eagle or
Dark
something.
Eagle.
There you go.
I'm not letting you change your identity over one bad day.
Why didn't you teach me how to be a playboy?
And then Bruce is like, she's gonna know who you are.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I love she uses X-ray vision, but she still sees his costume. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a slider on it.
Yeah.
Intensity.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, it's just silly fun.
Yeah, like a good filler issue. But
But-
it's great.
And also with the heavy Silver Age vibe that the series has had.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like, it's not modern day teenagers going out to
Yeah.
dinner. Like, obviously it's, ATMs and stuff, so
Yeah,
it's not,
yeah.
it's timeline. But
But yeah, it's monkey
it's not a
shenanigans.
modern kid. Yeah.
It's monkey shenanigans.
Yes.
It's great.
Bowling ball truck.
Yes. Why is there a truck full of bowling
Yo,
balls?
who transports bowling balls loose like this?
Yeah, fun times. Alright, Bobby, final issue of all new, all different Savage Avengers, issue 10.
Yep, we've come to an end. The final fight between Ultron 2099 and the Savage Avengers and Punisher 2099 and some other 2099 characters that get unlocked out of certain prisons and such. Really cool combination of this crazy...
Oh, real 29.
Yeah, man. Balls out book. It's gone from Chimeria to 2099 with... Yeah, you got Doom's... The Temporal Gauntlet and some Watcher stuff in there as well, which was pretty cool. I love everything about this book. It was a real sleeper, really nice little blurb at the end there by Dave Propose. I'm pretty sure
He's getting something else, but right?
Well, we've got a Hulk annual coming up, but I don't think that's going to be what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, hopefully.
But hopefully he is, because I would think it would be an amazing Hulk because he's a great
Well,
storyteller.
pair on Hulk makes a lot of sense.
Oh hell yeah, the art's been
the
phenomenal.
Weapon H looks
Excellent.
yes.
Excellent.
I think that, like, obviously, sales not great on it, but I also think it's like, we need to put this dude on a bigger book.
Definitely. Sales might not have been great, but it's hard because it was the second iteration of the Savage Avengers, and the first Savage Avengers seemed a little bit thrown together because of Conan.
Yeah.
Then the second Savage Avengers was put together to fuck off Conan. But the team itself was strong. It was a weird dynamic, but it worked, and you had some interesting shit with Cloak and Dagger, and Dagger liking Flash, and Flash being a bit of a dick, and it was some old school Flash as well. It was some Black Knight with some really cool technology stuff. Elektra Daredevil was weird, but still worked. Weapon Hate shit. The guy transformed into something different every page. I think the artist was having fun with that. But yeah, you got mashed up versions of those Avengers. You saw craziness across all different dimensions. So I really think the trade's going to be a ripper. Yeah, but I'm really keen to see what he gets next.
Yeah, for sure.
It was definitely. I think it was one of my top 3 last year, and if it had gone a couple more issues, might have even made top.
Double up.
But yeah, it's only been 2 issues this year, so it's a bit hard.
Dylan, you read anything else?
Nope.
Dave?
Black Cloak 2?
Yeah, how was that?
2? The art is still...
Yeah, that's why I didn't.
But the story is great, like...
And that's not bad, it just doesn't
That's
fit
not
the
bad.
setting of the book, I don't think.
But the art's... Yeah. I don't know. But, like, she continues... Phaedra continues her, like, hunt on who killed...
Yep. The prince.
And probably attempted to kill her as well. You find out revelation regarding her heritage, and that's pretty much all that happens. But it's still, like, a good story. Like, so much happens in the first issue, whereas this issue is not so much.
Yeah.
Because
Because that first issue, they nailed setting up the world really well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Then...
Read, what did I read? A Billion Genies from the other day. Because that book is interesting.
Second last?
Second last.
Penultimate?
Penultimate, yes. So this one moves by decades. So between next eight decades.
Oh, jeez.
So between every 10 years. Because people have sort of consolidated their wishes and set up utopias around the world, little like safe havens.
Yep.
And then they go against each other.
Of course, we're human.
because
Tribes.
yes, it's pretty cool. I think spoilers. Most of the original characters from the first issue are gone.
Yep.
It'd be kind of a shock if they were still around with so much shit changing in that crazy book.
And the last issue is the next 8 centuries. Yeah, so we'll see how the
I
world.
wonder if the TV show's going to do
Right,
something like that.
how
That'll
are
be
you gonna
interesting.
Pull this off as a show.
Yeah,
It's going to be an interesting trade.
so it's pretty good.
One trade, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only like 8 issues, bro.
Yeah,
Hardcover, I think, actually.
makes sense then.
Nobody's Girls 2 and 3 from way back.
Yep.
Like issue 1 came out ages ago, and I forgot I was buying it because
Yep.
it's like one of the small size books.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was buying a small size book. I can't remember what. And I remember like reading, like looking at the solicits for Nobody's Girl 3. I'm like, oh, but I was the one to finish the rest of the series. So that was the one where the dude rents an adult movie, and there's like a spliced in video of a girl asking for help.
Yeah.
And that this one is like the two issues, like him trying to find out what happened to this girl, and it's sort of a bittersweet story of what happened to the girl.
Yep.
And he's still a fuck up.
Yep.
And the girl that was helping him, that was sad. And the girl, well, he finds out who spliced her in there, why, and what happened to the girl. And like the book was pretty interesting.
So it's only 3-parter.
It's only
Very
3-parter, yeah. What else I read? That's it. I'm sure for me I'll read something I read.
Choose the case. I know you didn't read Firstborns, so that's another one of those smaller books where it started with the craziness of the young man getting chased and bullied, and then he saw this crazy seed-looking thing, went to touch it and turned into flames, and at the same time his mate was having a dream and he was inside that thing, so this is him telling his mates about it, and his mates think he's fucking crazy, so they say, at least come out to the woods and let's try and find him. As usual, there's the 3 of them, one of them's the wuss and keep trying to go back. Then they find their mate's shoe, so they keep going further and they see the bulb thing again, and it is just freaking mental. The story itself is quite intriguing. The art is excellent. It's very similar to that
Yep.
last one that they did, and the what's the other one?
Purple.
The Purple Oblivion. But yeah, crazy story, but kind of Stranger Things-ish, but to a bit more R-rated 90s 3 young guys version. Yeah, really cool book. The other one I read was Ronin. The Ronin Book II.
Oh, yep.
Book two,
I didn't read that
Book
one.
two, Book two. Yeah, I'm not going to say a word. Amazing art again.
That's like 3 words.
Oh, I'll tell you everything about the book there, Dave.
Okay.
And unlike when you tell people, it'll be what actually happened.
Leave some guessing.
Who wants to sell the actual story and what happened? This really gets into coming back from the first and delving back into Virgo and everything like that. So that's all I'll say.
I would like to thank Frank Miller Publishing for actually putting a price on this one. That was really good and
Yeah.
helpful.
Oh, what, you just shot in the dark first issue?
There was not a price on the whole book.
Yeah,
One.
we had to look at the invoice.
What you paid?
Yeah,
Wow.
and I mental trick of it was $7.99, 7 samurais, Ronin, done. So I told myself to remember.
Can't argue it. It worked.
But yeah, issue 2's got a price. Yeah.
It's only $3, but yeah, art's amazing. Again, they're mostly double pages and everything. It's phenomenal. But yeah, because there's so many people that are going to read, I won't say too much more. That was it.
It's not another book that I read.
Oh, yeah.
The latest issue of Lovesick.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, this book is.
Is it stayed good?
It stayed good, but it's so
Depressing.
wrong
Oh.
and not depressing. Just it's gone from torture porn to cannibal porn,
Oh,
Okay.
hand in hand.
and I'm reading. I'm like, I don't feel good reading this book. It's good. It's real good, but it's so messed up. Like, what's her name? Domino.
Yeah.
She got I don't say fetish, but she's one of the ones that she wants to be killed and eaten. It's one of those sort
Yep.
of. And there's a backstory of how she becomes Domino and all that stuff. Man, this book is so messed up. It's good, but messed up.
Those Europeans.
Well, the dude that did it, he only did like the first 6. Like, that was online. That was the first. I think, like, from whatever, second half of the series is all new.
Oh.
All different.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's where the. And, like, yeah, he's like. He used to go into, like, internet threads and Twitter threads about kids wanting to fucking harm themselves and get kidnapped and eaten and stuff. I'm like, why, man? Why? How do you. And some people are interested in, they go in that stuff. I'm like, man, I couldn't do it. I would. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And there are people out there who want this stuff.
Well, it's there, isn't it? So someone made it. Someone's in
There's
there.
an audience.
That's right. Unfortunately.
Messed up.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something that is also terrible and horrible. Brian Hitch.
Next.
He's doing a Ultimate Invasion with Jonathan Hickman.
You're like, oh, Hickman, new Hickman book, yeah. Okay.
So is it the Ultimate Universe?
It's about that. The main characters are Miles Morales, who is from the Ultimate Universe, and the Maker, the evil Reed Richards, who is from the Ultimate Universe. They're the only two survivors that came over.
Oh,
Yeah, we haven't seen him since Venom either.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And like the Maker was Hickman's didn't work from his Ultimates run at the end of the universe before it went crap. He's the one that turned Reed into the bad guy.
Where did he go in the end of Venom, King of Blackberry?
I think he just sneaks off, sort of thing, right?
Wasn't there another council that he was working
Yeah,
for?
yeah,
Someone? There's
yeah.
another council, essentially? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, more Reeds, isn't
There
it?
was more Reeds, yeah.
Yeah.
There was more evil Reeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So like, Hickman, interesting. The Ultimate Universe, interesting that they want to do anything with the Ultimate Universe. I find, like, why? To what end? Like, are we going to try to relaunch it?
Maybe Deadpool's part of the Ultimate.
Is it
Oh, it's
just
under
to
the
send
credits.
Miles back away?
That's weird when you start another new Miles book and you got Miles in 3 months.
Everything.
Miles in 3 months with Carnage. Big Carnage.
You could have like maybe just 2 universes, Parker, Miles, and just like go back to the old status quo of have an Ultimate Universe and thingo.
But you'd
But
have to
just
start,
have it different. Have it
you'd have to start it fresh,
done.
right?
Oh yeah. But like have completely different heroes for each one. You know, instead of like the ultimate version of whatever and thingo.
Well, but
Yeah,
who's
good-
gonna
Good luck with that.
in this day and age?
Well, some will jump over. Let's say some jump over.
Oh, I thought you meant
know.
like all new characters.
No, that'll take too long.
I was gonna say, like, who wants to?
Yeah.
Well, this day and age, creators don't want to create
Yeah.
and give it away to Marvel.
Yeah.
And you can't really blame them. You know, you're very selective. You things you think are winners sitting in the back pocket.
Yeah, and then they get Hallow's Eve.
Yeah. Which is she's a pre-existing character anyway, like the girl is.
Oh, 100%. But Hallow's
Yeah, that's
Eve,
right.
yeah.
She got a new book.
Of course she
Yeah,
does.
well.
Of course she does.
So
Hickman.
He's
Yeah.
rubbed his hands whole off X-Men. That's it.
Oh
So-
yeah.
I don't think that was his choice.
No, I think it was.
You reckon?
I think he was like, this isn't the deal we made.
Yeah, they made 1,000 books.
Yeah.
The split off from his 2 that he was
Because he was show running was the idea, and like he was going to have books that would run for 8 issues, 12 issues, stop, relaunch. There's always going to be 8 books or whatever the
Of
number
course,
might be,
but-
but a bit more rotating because the sales are crazy. Marvel were like, wait, no, we don't want to stop Excalibur, and they gave more power to some of the other writers.
With Duggan and stuff doing Marauders
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
time.
and like the chicks and stuff, and I think he was like, well,
I'm out.
stick it in your ass. And I'd say not even just that, but I'd say he probably was only gonna. The whole Krakoa thing would probably have been over by now if he was
Probably.
his thing. He has his 3-year run or whatever, and then
Maybe, the Ultimate Universe is his playground. now.
yeah, that's
So
right.
it's
Maybe
like,
it's like you can do whatever you want
alright,
over there.
whatever.
He tried to do that with Krakoa with
Yeah.
X-Men, but they held him. There was too many hands holding him because there would have been too many notes.
Yeah, and it's just business, right? Like,
Yeah.
man, why are we gonna stop this book that's selling?
So let me bring back something that's been dead for so many
Yeah,
years
yeah.
and let me do whatever the hell I want to do with it until they sell too many books and then they start telling him what to do with it.
Why not?
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Okay.
I'm always down for some Hickman.
Yeah.
So what happened at the end? Like, it just got
The Ultimates.
the Ultimate Universe. Is it just fizzled like dead?
Yes.
Yeah, it was destroyed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Was it
Cataclysm, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Wasn't enough incest in the third one.
Vaguely.
The book,
remember
the
that.
book, the universe had been dead for a couple of years before that.
Yeah.
Like, well, part like
Was it Magneto that did it? I
Nah, that was Ultimates 3 and Ultimatum. That was Ultimatum.
Oh, okay.
Where they flooded it and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Yeah, Loeb and stuff like that. That's where stuff's
So
taking
was
shit.
it
Nomad Blob.
Hey?
was it Galactus or was it Cataclysm? Whatever.
I can't even remember.
Okay.
It wasn't very good. But yeah, it was what it was.
Alrighty. Jace, you and I watched episode 6 of The Last of Us.
Yes. With those white goddamn clothes, clean clothes.
Yep.
Everybody's got
That was a
goddamn
very
clean
clean
clothes.
jacket. It was a very clean jacket, I'll say that.
Pristine! And not even,
It looked fresh off.
bruh,
Like,
in it, his brother, spoilers, his brother gives him a pair of boots. They are brand new boots. Brand new!
I wasn't looking at the boots.
He puts them on the table, brand new, and they're in a settlement. And I'm bitching at the TV.
They're not in the box? Like, I believe it feels like still in,
They're
like,
brand new.
the original
Yeah,
box.
they're brand
you know?
new. And he's then like, I start bitching, and she's like, well, you know, like, yeah, maybe they made them, or maybe like they got a store, they found some stuff. I was like, yeah, but they've been here for years. Those
like 8
boots,
years.
boots have been used by now.
At least 20 years. It's
Yeah.
been.
Garbage.
I think they made that settlement 8 years ago. But that's still, 20 years total
Yeah,
for stuff
That's
to be
what I'm
taken.
getting at, yeah.
Yes, too clean.
20
too
years
clean.
since anything's been made.
Too clean. Too clean.
I was just laughing at you going off of this in the first episode.
Yes.
And now I'm kind of like, you couldn't have someone sit on that jacket? Just
What's
sit
wrong?
on it. Just crumple it up.
Even The Walking Dead had long grass. Like, it's those little, like...
Yeah.
Well, I think that's one of the things that struck me so much about it in that first episode. The world, like all the
Yeah,
sets and
yeah.
stuff, is grimy.
And they go into mad detail for
yeah,
that.
but like the wardrobe bitch is just like, oh, here you go.
Yeah.
We got this from Target.
And I sent you like a
Or they
side by side
Ah,
from the
Ah.
game. And the game, it's got frayed edges, it's creased.
Maybe they've got a new guy in laundry who wants to do a really good job. And instead of, like, just leaving them, he's been washing everything. Tide Pods.
Yeah, it bugs me too
Not
much.
just for eating.
Bugs me way too much.
So, in this episode, there's a lot of stuff that's from the second game. I thought that was interesting. So, they're already kind of laying the foundation for the next season. Like, that whole settlement, that's all from the second game.
See,
In the first game, when they meet Tommy, it's actually sweet because it was at that,
his brother's a dog.
you know that, the hydro
Yeah.
power plant? That's where they meet him.
Yeah, she's like,
Okay.
How many episodes left?
I think it's 9 episodes. So 3.
Okay.
New one came out today, so I'll probably be watching that tonight. It was definitely a more slower paced episode. Not really much in terms of action and stuff like that.
It was
No.
quite action-packed last
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, that was
I just think this show is like, I never played the game, so I don't think. But I just think the show's it's average, maybe below average. I don't even know why I'm watching it, but there's nothing else to watch, and she likes it, I guess. But I don't really give a shit. The girl is annoying. Oh my god, she's annoying. And like,
I think she's fine.
no, it's not her. Like the character is just terribly like. They come to the new settlement, and like she gets chipped for it by him, but she's just been really rude and really obnoxious, and that's just not. I don't think that's how you would act in these sort of a situation. You're going to be shutting up because you know they got weapons. They know there's 2 of you. You're in their house. She's just too. Oh,
Mouthy.
yeah, way too much in my opinion. And sometimes she's alright. When it's them together, it's better. I
It's
find.
hard too because like that's what she got famous for being mouthy. Because in Game of Thrones she was the young
That-
bravado and
Yeah, like
I do feel like I haven't played the whole first game, but I do feel like they turn it up a bit
Sure,
in
sure.
the show.
Oh, it's
I don't.
understandable.
Yeah, I don't remember her doing it, but again, I haven't
Yeah.
played the whole thing.
and I'm not one to really complain about that, but like, yeah, she'll drop the fuck a lot and stuff, and like at people a bit too much. And I'm like, man, I think you should be pulling your head in. You know, like when they first meet these people, and like they're on the horses, and she's shitting.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
more real.
yeah, that's
And she
right,
goes to
yeah.
their house, and it's like, oh fuck you, what do you look at, bitch? Oh, what?
Been sorry.
Yeah, it's a bit inconsistent.
Yeah,
no,
it's all
that's
over the shop.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It doesn't feel real sometimes
Yeah,
when she's a
yeah.
bit like that. You're like, I don't know.
Interesting. Not
But his
interesting
brother's
enough
a
for me to watch
dog.
it.
Dog.
It's got a kid. It's got a kid.
No, but I mean, like, well, you made no attempt to He would tell your brother that you were sweet and safe.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right?
That's right, yeah. Yeah,
You're just an asshole. He's come looking
yeah like how...
states away.
Like, at least 3 months of travel.
Yes. And to
Like,
find
sure,
him, and he's like,
yeah. Yeah.
I'm married and she knocked up now.
Yeah.
I'm having a good life.
Sure, he's got, like, the side quest of bringing Ellie somewhere, but, like, number one for him was, make sure Tommy's okay. He's not replying to me anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking 4 months later.
Yeah. And he calls him
Well,
out.
he's Joel's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And like, he calls him out. It's like, basically like, pussy whipped, huh? She wouldn't let you call me on the radio? Is that what's going on here? I'm a dog. I thought that was just a bit weird.
Yeah, no, yeah, I didn't really think so.
Same in the game.
No, in the game, I don't think he's in danger at all. Like,
Oh, so there's no non-contacts, essentially, is what you...
yeah, they're not,
Yeah.
I think, on the best kind of terms, but they get to the point where, similar kind of thing, like, he's like, oh yeah, Tommy used to run with the Fireflies, so I'll just bring you to Tommy, and I'll just
Yeah.
chuck you off to Tommy, and Tommy can deal with you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah.
the whole thing's like, oh, so worried about him. Months of looking for him. Traveling, goddamn, cross, like some dangerous stuff. And he's like, oh, yeah,
Best bang
I got a good life.
Someone died.
Yeah.
Sure, it was, the Ellie thing,
Yeah.
mainly,
Yeah.
but, yeah, someone died.
I was like, Tommy's a dog. That was my takeaway.
Okay. Jason, you're feeling Flashback.
My film Flashback, my round choice was time travel movies. So I chose the original The Time Machine from 1960, H.G. Wells novel adaptation. I thought it was very good. I'd seen some bits as a kid, but just never sat down and watched it properly.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I saw the Guy Pearce one as a kid.
Oh, yes, I never watched that. But I really liked it.
And now we understand why you didn't go back and watch the other one.
Yeah.
Because that's what you were first introduced to.
Pretty sure I was the one who's seen it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I liked it when I watched it as a kid.
Yeah.
It seems like a very kid movie, like you would like as a kid.
Yep. I think it feels a bit slow.
It is,
but
but
because
I would like it.
surprised it's only like an hour 40. But like, man, there's a lot going on, and it's sort of not dragged out. That's probably a bit
There's
unfair.
a couple of moments where it did drag a bit.
But yeah, it's.
With the blondies and the Aryan race, there was a few little bits that
I
dragged.
said straight away.
What
too.
did it is?
I liked it.
Hitler's wet dream.
Like, that Forbidden Planet, like, just
Yeah.
opening my mind to, like, sci-fi.
Old stuff,
You
man.
know, old stuff.
And- Just the start. The opening credits come up and you just see stuff getting thrown. Like, literally, you can see it, like, getting let go, and there's a fan, and it's like, just the old school of actual practical shit. It was just some feathers and crap just to make an effect, but it wasn't digital. It was actually someone standing there with a fan letting stuff go out of like a fucking pillowcase.
I want to watch more. I think, I said to Dylan the other day, I was like, I'm going to try to pick this sort of era of movie for my pick more often, because, like, just there's something about it. The acting, the way they act is just different.
Yeah. We were talking about this before, like, you could have the most boring source material, right? It just could be about, like, a dude working an office job. But just the way they performed and the way they acted is entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, I'd watch that shit.
Did anyone look up IMDb on who some of the guys, what they've done, what else
No.
they've done? So the doctor, the big fella, he's the narrator for Winnie the Pooh, and he was also he was the narrator in Sword in the Stone and Elric in Sword in the Stone. But the red-headed dude was Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, wow.
In everything, he is Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, really cool.
Interesting.
And one of them is narrating Winnie the Pooh, but I can't remember which one. But yeah, it was some really interesting choices.
I just love his friends are like, man, you're insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as you would be, but
Yeah,
right?
that one of them.
There's a war on. How is he going to make money?
Yes, yeah. How's this going to make money was the best.
It's a time machine, motherfucker.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's a cool reveal, like, with the one that stayed. Because you're watching, you're like, only two
Big
left. Ooh, the big evil sort of turn around in the chair.
Yeah.
But he's not evil.
Hey.
But even just when he comes in, they're already there bitching, where is he late? And he comes in, he's all dirty
Yeah,
and dishevelled. And
And you're waiting for that when he's telling the story, like, well, he's not doing disheveled yet, like,
Yes.
so we've still got a bit more to go,
Yes.
and a bit more of the story. I love the bit at the end, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but the bit at the end where old mate's describing what he did with the Morlocks and why the time machine had
Yes,
moved,
yes.
trying to work.
Like, he's worked it out.
That was
now.
excellent.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
It was a visual thing for him to
Yeah,
understand.
work it all out
Ah,
after he'd
it's
been
over
told the
there.
story because he believed the story, where the other guys just went poppycock and,
Yep.
and off
I
they
like
went.
how it's open and it's like, oh, he took only 3 books with him, you know.
Yeah, what 3 would you take?
I'll take.
Well, I wasn't asking you. I was just saying.
Oh, okay. Alright.
No, no, what's your answer?
Yeah, but I know I'm intrigued.
Alright, I'll take something like plants and vegetable, like farming and that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take Charles Darwin, Origin of Man, or whatever it is. Is that
Species.
right?
Yeah.
Origin of Species. And then maybe I'll take like a physics-based book or something like that.
Okay.
Damn, that's better than what I just.
Do you understand the physics though?
Huh? He made a time
I
machine.
know. I'm saying
didn't-
you. I'm talking about
Hang
you.
on, hang on. If we've
You
learned,
would take
if
these
we
books.
learn anything from Ant-Man, he'll be building a quantum receiver within 5 years because that's all it takes with the right knowledge.
These
No, but you
books
need, like-
you would take.
Well, it wouldn't be like advanced, like. You
Yeah,
know,
plus it's
quantum
like
mechanics. It would just be-
1900s.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be that hard because it's not. You wouldn't have a lot. You
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
probably
be
take
that
physics.
advanced,
You'd
yeah.
probably take
Yeah,
more
like.
mechanical stuff.
My book would
Yeah,
be
Dave.
how to-
Choose better.
But mechanics is based
How?
off, like,
Okay. How
science
is
and physics.
origin
How
of
to
how
pleasure
is
a
origin of
warlock.
species going to help?
Just so they know where they came from, I guess, or I don't know.
How to
Explain evolution.
I don't think
I
that's
think,
their biggest
I think
problem at the
Garrison does that
moment.
the best. You could just take South Park.
Yeah, I would have just taken stuff to entertain myself.
One of those like choose your own adventure books or something.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
Look, Dave just takes a comic book.
Because then you get multiple reads.
that's right.
Turn to page 76.
Have you seen? I saw a video on YouTube. It's like one of those books, but
Gotta
it's
be
like a first person game. Like every page has like a view of like a dungeon.
Oh.
And what do? You go forward. Okay, turn to this page.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go to that.
Oh, and then it's the different view.
Yeah, it's like you
interesting.
move forward, and then also it was like 2 players.
Oh.
So, okay, you buy this book, and there's another book that your friend can buy, and then the back half of the book is if you want to do 2 players.
Wow.
It blew my mind. I was like, "What is this?"
That's weird.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah.
Play with yourself.
I would take, after some consideration, the fattest book I could find.
Like an almanac, encyclopedia.
Just whatever the
style.
biggest book I could find.
Yeah.
It's more toilet paper.
I was gonna say,
There we go.
good for smashing turtles.
Starting fire, lots of come in handy.
Phone books.
Like,
Granted,
I wanted to say fattest Bible I could find. But yeah.
you do have like a
Go,
time
Gideons.
machine. You do have a time machine, so you can come back and get more and go.
Oh,
back.
okay, then what the fuck?
Well, he wasn't.
I mean, there's no reason why he wouldn't come back and it's like, oh crap, forgot this.
I think in the 2002 one, the machine breaks or something.
What about Old Mate, where she's like, no, I really don't care about him. I just want to know if I still got a job at the end. Like, she's got no
Yeah.
other butler anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I thought. Sure,
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
gone.
yeah,
It's
done.
out you get.
And it's
Hey,
like he's just
who's
screwed
paying
her
him?
over.
You might have kept the estate, but you didn't keep Old Bird.
Yeah,
like,
nah.
Jesus.
Straight out to pasture.
And she's
She
a good
old.
cook, too.
She'd be gone.
Yeah. Something about like just actresses in like 50s and 60s movies just makes them more like I don't know,
Hot?
beautiful.
She's
and
22,
hot.
man. She's
But,
just
like,
hot anyway.
compared to like today.
Yeah,
like,
because they're full of
you know?
plastic.
Yeah.
No, but you know.
yeah,
most.
but like just even like the lost look in their eyes or something compared to like a lost look in their eyes like in a modern movie. You know, just the way they act and
Because if I was him, I was like, why would you leave?
oh yeah, you wouldn't.
Like, especially as a single person with no wife, no kids. Why would you go back? This seems
Oh, I can
Pretty
understand him
good,
going
mate.
back because he wanted to prove it. He wanted someone to know. He wanted knowledge that he did go, and then off he goes again to get his wiener.
mate.
He forgot it.
I like that he just got to take off the knob and then she don't go anymore.
Yeah, that's my key.
Yeah.
Speaking of wiener.
And when at the start he's like, "Oh, we'll give that a bit of a sand. Oh, it's ready to go."
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
I love the stock footage when the flowers opening
Yes,
and
yes.
closing and everything like that was excellent.
That's cool.
Oh, the book when they get outraged.
Oh,
the books,
yeah.
excellent.
the effects was
Yeah.
amazing.
And when he wiped the whole
Yeah.
shelf and they
Yeah.
all just went to dust, that was really cool.
The bit when his time machine breaks because you stopped too fast, but then you just see like a spray of water just come from above. Someone's just got a bucket and went.
So good.
So good. Practical. Practical.
As a ratings.
I'll probably go 7.
6.5.
7.
8.
7.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's good.
So Dylan,
Yes,
What
it's
you got, Molly?
time. Get it?
it's time
It's
for Time Force.
Wait.
No, that's Power Rangers. Time Cop.
Time Cop.
I haven't seen Time Cop.
I have not
watched-
seen Time Cop.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
I was not a Van Damme.
If I hadn't watched Lightyear again since the cinema, I probably would have chosen Lightyear.
Would have been the only way you got us to watch it.
Yeah. But I was like, no, I don't want to watch it again.
Yeah, fair enough. Time Cop. It'd be probably maybe like Van Damme number 5.
Okay.
Oh.
It's not his best.
Bloodsport's number
That's
1
right.
though, right?
Bloodsport, Kickboxer,
I'm trying to
take your
think
choice.
if I've seen
Double
Universal
Team?
Soldiers. Yeah, Double Team.
if I've seen any Van Damme movies. I don't know if I've seen any.
Bloodsport, man. You gotta watch Bloodsport.
You've seen Universal Soldier, haven't you?
I don't know.
Oh, you need to watch Universal Soldier. That's probably one of the
I
only
feel
ones
like
I've seen.
I had a
Not the
boot-
Goldberg one. This one.
I feel like I had a bootleg DVD from Cabramatta of one of the sequels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
But
makes
I don't
sense.
know if I've ever seen the first one.
Yeah, I've only seen a couple of. I'm not a Van Damme fan whatsoever. I saw Street Fighter. I saw this. I saw. I'm sorry, I haven't seen Time Cop. I saw Universal Soldier and Double Team. And I don't think.
Like, you never seen Kickboxer or
I
Bloodsport?
don't think so.
No.
You haven't seen
I
Bloodsport?
don't think so.
I think I have
Oh
seen
my
Bloodsport.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kumite.
What is it, fake Kumite?
Yeah.
There's Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Bloodsport's so good.
Sudden Impact.
Yeah, that Time Cops. I remember the ad was on the back of comics for friggin' 6
Oh, because
months.
that thing over the eye, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
For 6 months, I reckon that was on every Marvel book.
And then Eraser almost did the same kind of.
Yeah, same poster,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, Razor.
That's a good movie.
I just remember the really big fuck off gun that was in that.
It's great.
That was cool.
Alright.
All right, that wraps us up for this week. Thank you for joining us. Give us a review, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys back here next week.
Check out the Patreon for Dave's blooper end at the start.
Oh, that was a good.
Yes, give us money.
Bye.
Bye!